In the last episode, I talked about what it's like to deal with two really bad tractor salesmen. And today I want to talk about a very positive experience with a good professional tractor dealer. Hi, this is Paul from countrycraziness.com. If you're interested in tractors, post-frame construction, and homesteading, well, you've come to a good place. Why not subscribe? Tap the bell and join in on the conversation. Now, full disclosure, I did buy a tractor from these people. I did do a cooperative YouTube video with them one time, but I got no special consideration. If you'd like a price from them, I'll put a link down below. I guarantee you that you'll be pleased. After I'd had this bad experience with these two weak salespeople, I decided I was going to email Mike Schrampke and find out more about Coyote and what kind of price that he has available. And so I sent him an email on August 6th at 8:19 p.m. It's not unusual for me to do that kind of thing because I like to make sure I don't forget something and that hopefully it's on somebody's desk first thing in the morning when they come back to work. I was very surprised when at 8:32, just a couple of minutes later, I got a reply from Mike, and the first things that he said was, "Thank you." That was a little bit different than the experience I had just gone through. I knew this was going to be something good. That same night, just an hour or so later, I received from him an email that had two quotations in it. One was a quotation with all the items that I had asked for, and it quoted a price based on long-term financing that was being offered by Coyote. The second quotation gave me all the equipment detailed, and it gave me a price based on a rebate that Coyote had at the same time if you paid cash. The next day at 10:10 in the morning, I asked him how much would it cost for a third function valve if I upgraded the box blade to the next heavier series and what it would cost for rim guard. He responded in just a couple of minutes, gave me the pricing on the three items I asked about, and the rim guard was zero included in the price. Here's one thing that's very important about the quotation that he gave me that very first night. He took the time to look up the specifications of the other brand tractor that I was going to buy. And when he gave me my quotation, he said, "Listen, the horsepower rating of the tractor that you're asking about is less than the other one." He says it'll fully operate the implements that you're requesting, but if you'd like a higher horsepower, the next horsepower up is $1,500, and if you want to go to the 50 horsepower, it's going to be an additional $2,500. How cool is it that he took the time to look at somebody else's specs and give me that option so that I would know if I was getting the amount of tractor that I really wanted. I wanted to know a little bit more about the trailer that was going to be included in the package and asked him if he could send me pictures of it. Later that day, I got an email apologizing for the fact that he hadn't sent me the pictures yet, but he had been at the doctor's all day, and I said, "No problem. If you can get to it tomorrow, that'd be fine." Well, at 5:30 p.m., he sent the pictures and also a revised quotation for the tractor with the 50 horsepower engine that I had decided upon. After that, I asked him whether or not the open station tractor had ground level fueling, and he sent back a picture almost immediately of the tractor showing the ground level fueling. By Thursday, a little after noon, I had made the decision that I was going to buy the tractor from him without ever even having a phone conversation in order to be able to complete the transaction. And he wrote back to me, and what he said was, "Wonderful. Thank you for your business and your trust." And it's something that he certainly earned. On Sunday, though, I was wondering whether or not he was at church and whether or not he thought the sermon was boring. So I sent him an email and said, "Hey, is the drawbar included?" And he wrote back and says, "Well, yes, it is." And in a couple of minutes, he sent me a final quotation. "Mike, either you weren't at church or you thought that sermon was boring." I crack myself up.